Steel hockey fans. Good afternoon and welcome to this afternoon's game here on Aycock Stadium on the campus of Trinity Episcopal School. Right now, it's time for this afternoon's VISAA quarterfinal matchup between the Crusaders of Catholic High School and your Trinity Episcopal Titans. A few reminders: bathrooms are located in the Estes Athletic Center, and please stay off the field while the game is in progress. We ask at this time, if you are able, to please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet the squad, starting with the visiting Crusaders of Catholic High School. Number 2, Fallen Cravens. Number 3, Sophia Stavridis. Number 5, Kate Marchese. Number 4, Anne-Marie Domino. Number 6, Brooke Sunderland. Number 7, Lily Barnett. Number 8, Lauren Gallagher. Number 9, Izzy Zezwiski. Number 10, Claria Smith. Number 11, Sage Walter. Number 12, Anya Lundquist. Number 13, Emily McMurray. Number 14, Hannah Kirby. Number 15, Hannah Campholz. Number 16, Sarah Pope. 17, Ava Mendo. Number 21, Maggie Seenstick. Number 22, Taylor Powell. Number 23, Gigi Perry. Number 25, Rachel Kluge. Goalkeeper, Jaden Large. And goalkeeper, Paige Booth. The Crusaders are coached by Lindsay Boyce and assisted by Beth Kinahan, Morgan Moody, Lauren Aldrich, and Jenna Schuler. And now for your Trinity Episcopal Titans. Number 1, Neville Berkehausen. Number 3, Grace Marcus. Number 4, Holly Crichton. Number 6, Liv Festini. Number 7, Elena Cathedral. Number 8, Isla Grace Logan. Number 9, Ainsley Jones. Number 10, Olivia Francis. Number 11, Reese Eckenley. Number 12, Caroline Asher. Number 13, Madison Juke. Number 14, Kate Dowse. Number 15, Lena Festini. Number 17, Anna Reeser. Number 18, Mackie Logan. Number 19, Ainsley McNeil. Number 20, Carson Beaton. Number 23, Alexa Linton. Number 27, Ella Holloway. Number 30, Sarah Grace Boykin. Goalkeeper, Alexa Murphy. Goalkeeper, Avery Johnson. Goalkeeper, Julia Reeser. Our Titans are coached by Margie Seed, assisted by Rosita Torres and Rosie, Julia Bowell, and Steve. The managed by Carol Berry and Sophie Thompson. Good luck, ladies.
Good afternoon and welcome to the quarterfinals of the VISAA State Field Hockey Tournament. This is TESPN presenting the #1 seeded Trinity Episcopal Titans and the visitors 8 seed Catholic High School from Virginia Beach. It is a beautiful day here at Aycock Stadium, 75 degrees, sun is shining. And these undefeated Titans look to begin their state championship run here on the home turf against a Catholic team that is 12-7-2, played a really tough schedule. I was just looking at, they played a lot of really strong public schools down in the Virginia Beach and Tidewater area. So they got to the TCIS championship and have had a really strong season, but the Titans have had an incredible season. 17-0-1 LIS regular season champions, LIS tournament champions, top 10 in the nation, and they look to add the ultimate prize, the state championship, as Catholic gets us underway. I'm Rick Hamlin alongside Carter Tyree. Tyree, what do we think we're going to see out here today?
I think we're going to see a lot of energy from these girls. I mean, anytime you've talked to them the entire season, they say, being undefeated is great. We loved winning the LIS. This is what it's all about, though. They really want that state tournament, and it starts today.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, a little bit of an unusual day from a preparation standpoint. We did not have school today, parent-teacher conferences. So I'm interested to see, you know, with these girls not going through their normal routine, well, maybe they'll have more energy, got some extra sleep. Maybe it'll take them a few minutes to get in the groove. So, you know, I think this team has given us no reason to do anything but believe that they're going to be great. But it is just a little different than your typical Tuesday.
Yeah, and we say this with a lot of our broadcasts, but anytime you get to the state tournament, you know, everybody's record is back to 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be easy for these girls to be like, well, we're the 1 seed, they're the 8 seed, they should roll over for us. But this Catholic team has shown a lot of fight this season. Like you said, making the TCIS championship game on their way there. They beat a Cape Henry team, which gave the Titans some issues in their matchup against them. So this is not a team that the Titans should look to take lightly. You're going to have to battle, at least to open the game, to try to establish yourself here on home field.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I know some years the depth in field hockey hasn't been that much, where, you know, teams that are in the bottom seeds sometimes have a losing record and just get in on, you know, they got to fill out the tournament. But just looking at Catholic's record, they've got some really good wins and some close losses as well to good teams. So I think the Titans cannot take this one for granted. And you're right, I just heard assistant coach Andy Sneed tell them everybody's 0-0 at this point. Nothing we've done before matters. But first corner of the game comes out Delilah Grace Logan and struck hard, but wide by Carson Beatty, the co-LIS player of the year.
Yeah, off the foot of Catholic defender Hannah Camholz there. That can't feel good.
Yeah.
I know they have shin guards, and a lot of field hockey shoes have a little bit of padding on the tops, but Carson hit a rocket there.
And apologies that got to start the clock here, but about 3 minutes into this one, Still scoreless early on.
Catholic early sitting all 11 players behind the ball, really trying to make it difficult for the Titans and trying to get a counterattack to spring their offense. I think we've started to see that more and more as the year's gone on against these Titans.
Yeah, I guess I think it was St. Catherine's game recently, maybe about 2 weeks ago, where I was told basically St. Catherine's didn't put any players even beyond midfield and just tried to pack it in and hold the Titans off the board as much as possible.
Over at tennis currently, doubles just finishing. Collegiate 2, Trinity 1 after doubles. Titans taking line 1, Collegiate taking line 3, and apparently a tie-breaking loss for the Titans in line 2.
Oh. They needed that one, but hopefully singles will go well. Great day to play tennis or field hockey or watch tennis or field hockey or both. A nice day to do just about anything. Catholic here was able to progress the ball down the field, but it goes beyond the end line, and Titans will take over. Cabell, Berkey, Heiser. Big switch of play out to the right. Live Vestige.
And they're pushing it up quickly. It's been the Titans' MO mostly this season is possessing the back, but when they go forward with pace and with intent.
Yeah, they show some intensity here, getting close to the cage. Reese Eckenrode shot is saved. Well saved there by Jaden Large. Crusaders junior goalkeeper Reese Eckenrode had a lot of power behind that shot. Good job by Large to keep it out, but ultimately it will lead to a corner for the Titans, and we've seen how dangerous they can be on these 2 corner goals in the LIS Championship last week against Collegiate. Fired in.
It's going to be a false start on the Crusaders, so the Titans will be up another person.
That's the kind of mistake you kind of can't afford if you're Catholic. The underdog here. Vestige, Delilah Grace Logan, reverse shot, and ultimately redirected in off the stick of Carson Beatty. She adds to her impressive goal tally this season. I don't know the exact number, but that it's high 20s.
Yeah, and LG Logan with the assist. Her points total also racking up this year. The two of them been so dynamic in offense. I think a real change for this team. Where you look at some of the past year's teams that fell just short, were so reliant on one person to do most of the scoring. And this year, a lot of people scoring, but a two-headed monster leading that attack, especially on a corner situation where they have to kind of pick and choose who they're defending. Being down in numbers, the Titans having those two options has made it so much more dangerous.
Yeah, Carson and LG play so well together and have great chemistry. Even there, you see Carson intercept, play it over to LG, who then brings it forward, looks for Carson again, and they just complement each other really well on the field and are great friends off the field as well. Reese Eckenrode is able to draw another quarter there as she showed some elite stick skills to knocked that off the foot of the Catholic player. And after just scoring barely over a minute ago off of a penalty corner, Titans are going to have another opportunity.
Yeah, second row part of that dynamic sophomore duo up front for the Titans, her and Ansley Jones, coming in as freshmen last year, getting a lot of minutes.
Wow, Carson Beatty ripped that shot. Another great save by Jaden Large.
Yeah,
and that's two amazing saves she's made early.
Really nice save, and not only does she save the goal, she saves her teammate Anya Lundquist standing on the goal line from what's a pretty dangerous shot.
Yeah, Carson destroyed that ball. Holy cow, she hit that with some vigor behind it. So Catholic dodges the bullet there. Carson intercepts again, showing off that skill, but going to get called for a hack, and Crusaders have a chance to get some numbers forward and try and build out from the back.
Yeah, ball just got a little bit far away from her, and it's going the other way as she tried to reach to keep possession. Something you see in field hockey, something you see in soccer, that offensive player fouling as they realize they made a mistake in possession. Titans doing a really good job here on the forecheck, not allowing Catholic to even get out of their own half at this point.
Good battle there. Lauren Gallagher, the senior all TCIS player for the Crusaders, did a nice job dispossessing Cabell Berkeyheiser, and then Gallagher lost her stick for a minute, but as a senior potentially playing in her last game, and you know, one of the top players for the Crusaders, I'm sure that Gallagher wants to go out on a high note here.
Yeah, and for any
other all TCIS player.
Dangerous here for the Crusaders.
Good pass. Good shot. What a save. Alexa Murphy with a foot save.
Yeah, Brooke Sunderland snuck up that backside. Kind of a late arriving attacker. And got a really nice shot off there.
Good defense there by Anya Lundquist. Yeah, so here's number 9, Izzy Vazweski, and she's all TCIS for Catholic as well, a junior. So Gallagher and Zazweski are 2 to watch, kind of in those central positions, and then the third all LIS player for Catholic, unfortunately, Hannah Kirby is injured, and see her crutches and a big knee brace, so bummer for Hannah Kirby that she's not able to play in the state tournament.
Yeah, especially as a senior. You've seen her I saw her all warm-ups though, you know, she's supporting her teammates, she's moving around on the crutches, trying to fire everybody up, and from a senior leader on this team, from one of the better players obviously being all TCIS, that's all you can really ask for as a coach, that everything they can bring.
Yeah. Holly Creighton finds Lila Grace Logan. Lila Grace. Wrong reverse shot across the face of the cage. And Elena Cathedral just missed out on redirecting it in at the back post.
Yeah, LG does such a good job pulling the defenders in one direction, and a quick cut, sending the direction and getting herself space to take that shot either side. Right there, a little bit too wide.
Nice job by Carson Beatty with the steal. Good battle between Gallagher and Logan. Love that pass out wide from Logan. The Elena Cathedral corner.
Yeah,
Fourth one of this first quarter for the Titans.
Drew the kick there from the defender, and I agree with you. That pass out wide when the defense is all trying to sit in, really effective. It starts to stretch those defenders out, create a little bit of space for the Titans.
Might see on your screen, Cowboy Berkeyheiser sprinting in. Looks like he's got some directions from Coach Sneed on what to do here. The clock runs under a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Good job by Large, but it's out to Carson Beatty, and nice job by Catholic to sustain two shots and keep the Titans at bay.
Yeah, and that one a really nice block. Number 15, Hannah Camholz with the stick, able to redirect that. It's almost like baseball or softball trying to hit a fastball. When Carson fires that in, she's able to get her stick on it, deflect it wide.
Another corner for the Titans late here in the first quarter.
Titans with one goal so far off corners, but for the most part, Catholic's done a fairly good job of defending them.
SD to Logan. Back to Logan. Ball's bouncing right in front. Good job by Catholic to clear it wide. And should just about do it here. Quarter number one. So, quarter predominantly dominated by the Titans. Catholic did have one strong shot on goal that Alexa Murphy had to make a good foot save, but Jaden Large has made probably 5 or 6 saves to keep Catholic in this thing. And at one goal down, you are still very much in it, for sure.
Yeah, I think the next goal becomes that much more important. Catholic really, they're playing counterattacking ball, but they're not counterattacking with speed. They're trying to counterattack and kind of possess it up the field and use the numbers on the counterattack to keep possession and to generating a shot. So for the Titans, it's more about keeping your cool and not turning the ball over deep, where Catholic can start to generate something, as they haven't really shown me any ability to get the ball in their own box and give it to any player who's going to go 50 yards in 3 seconds. So
yeah, I think Izzy Zazewski looked to me in quarter number one like the player who most comfortable with the ball on her stick and driving at defenders, and I think she's one for the Titans to keep an eye on. Having said that, though, with that threesome in the middle of the pitch of Anna Reeser, Lila Grace Logan, and Carson Beatty, you're talking about 3 big-time Division I bound talents, and it's going to take a lot. And even if you somehow get through them, still got great defenders in Ainsley McNear and Cabo Berkeyheiser, as well as whether it's Alexa Murphy or Avery Johnson in the cage, a really strong goalie. So scoring on this Titan team requires a lot, and it's going to be a real challenge. And then keeping the Titans from scoring is its own type of challenge with just so many weapons. 3-second road and Ainsley Jones up front. And then Elena Cathedral, Carson Beatty, Lila Grace Logan, all coming at you with speed. It's a fun team to watch.
yeah, and for the Titans, I think it's just the message from Coach C has got to be, don't get complacent. we dominated that first. We got a goal. We have a lead. We got to just keep going, especially in this early part of the game. You can't start to let up now with so much game left. You need to keep pushing, need to keep kind of asserting yourself on the field.
Yeah, and everything we've seen from this team would tell you that will be the mindset. So, Harry, one thing that is interesting to me is, for whatever reason, in a lot of state tournament play, Trinity Episcopal and Catholic High School from Virginia Beach seem to frequently find each other, and you know, we both help, of course, coach girls soccer. We've seen them 3 years in a row, I think, in the state
Yeah,
playoffs.
every year I've been here.
At least 3, and many years before that, I know in basketball we've played a lot in the state tournament. Football, been several years, but at one time that was a game we saw on the football side of things. So girls basketball, I think, as well. So it's interesting how frequently it seems that Titans and the Crusaders end up, we play in the regular season in some sports, but it seems to be a opponent that, and a matchup that happens a lot in state play.
Yeah, well, it's so frequent that I believe you gave this exact same monologue at last year's Trinity Catholic State Field Hockey game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know. As I was talking, I felt like it sounded familiar.
But I fully agree, and it's one of those things where maybe 10 years from now we look back and say, oh yeah, we did play Catholic a bunch, or maybe we end up just falling into this is how it's always ending up. But recency bias tells us that in state tournaments, the VISAA committees like to line these two schools up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the greens that match nicely. And the other field hockey matches around Division I, Norfolk Academy with a 3-0 lead over Episcopal after 1, and Collegiate leading Potomac 1-0. No update from this game's opponent's match, though, as O'Connell and Paul VI are duking it out in Arlington right now.
Well, almost 3 minutes into the second quarter, Crusaders have been able to stay within this 1-goal deficit. We're going to see second row check out. Jones check in. Definitely, Titans have moved some players around as we see this counterattack here. Elena Cathedrals come out to the left. Carson Beatty's pushed higher. Sarah Grace Boykin and at right defense.
Liv Vestige is filling in Carson's spot in the midfield right now. It's the Titans going for that next goal, it looks like.
Yeah.
Moving one of your better players into the forward position, bringing up one of your better passers in Liv Vestige out of a defensive role, trying to facilitate there. Titans trying to put the hammer down early on, I guess.
There's definitely nothing to save it for at this stage of the season, so anything you think can help you immediately, you gotta try. But I think Catholic deserves a lot of credit. I mean, this Trinity team more or less has kind of dominated almost every game this season. So for Catholic to keep it this close so far, that was a long bus ride they had to make today, and they've done well, really, really well. And I know the Titans are not going to feel like they can relax until they get a couple more goals. And once again, it's Izzy dicing her way through the Titan defenses and trying to get the Crusaders on the board.
Yeah. Zazowski showing off some really nice stick handling there. Like you said earlier, I think she's the biggest threat for this team. Currently having to drop all the way back in defense, so you wonder how long she can kind of go forward to back.
Right, we saw that at the LIS championship game where Collegiate's Alexandra Curtis was trying to cover every inch, and I mean, eventually did seem to get a bit fatigued. And it's another unseasonably warm day for November. Temperatures the mid upper 70s, and the shadows are starting to cover more of the field here.
Yeah, our first game post daylight savings. We were talking about this in the fourth quarter of the LIS championship on Thursday. Now here, first half, already almost covering the whole field.
All right, Catholic's going to have it. Yeah, so our football game is at 2 on Saturday.
Unofficial, but I believe it will not be at 2. I believe it'll be at noon or 1.
Okay.
They're still discussing.
Gotcha.
The state championship field hockey game is currently scheduled for 2 if these Titans are in it. But obviously, field hockey takes a little bit less time than football.
Up there by Izzy Zazowski.
I've been going Zazowski.
Zazowski.
There's that extra E in the middle.
Probably right.
Our apologies if her family is watching.
Might be here. But yeah, if you are, heck of a player. Job by Anna Reeser.
Anna Reeser recently committed. She'll be heading down towards Catholic High School to play at Old Dominion University.
Yep. Along with Alexa Murphy. Corner. Steve, it is the 6th or 7th corner of this first half for Trinity. And the one goal that the Titans have did come off of a corner. Fired. Carson Beatty, reverse shot is saved by Jaden Large. And maybe a high stick.
Yep. High stick on Prestige there, but again, another really nice save. We saw it in the LIS championship game. The high shots to the goalie's stick side. The one goal Collegiate scored was that type of goal because you don't have the blocker, so you're playing baseball. You're trying to hit the ball with your stick at pace, and keeper does a really nice job there. It ends up being a moot point because Vestige with a high stick, but again, nice play by Larch.
Carson Beatty with a rare break as second road Carson. Catholic look to switch and rolls out of bounds. Titans will have possession just on their own half of midfield line, and Catholic quickly forces a turnover.
Yeah, well, when you're the underdog and you're trying to pull off an upset, you just need to be perfect almost.
Yeah, and you gotta have the mindset to just hang around for as long as you can, and that this Titan team will start to feel some of that pressure that the #1 seed creates. I mean, it's a great privilege to have the 1 seed, and in theory gives you the best draw, but it also comes with a lot of pressure, as well as that 0 in the loss column. So Catholic continuing to pile the pressure on, but Titans in their own right piling a different kind of pressure on, which is the pressure of numbers at that offensive cage, and now they're going to be able to get a lot of numbers forward for this corner. Catholic's has done really well, had to defend a bunch of corners and have not conceded for the last few, but it also feels like they're playing with fire a little bit.
Yeah.
You keep giving this Titan team chances from this position. Statistically speaking, they're going to put one of these in soon.
Yeah, well, and as LG takes the shot in the deflections there.
Good save by Large again. Chance creates another corner.
Yeah, and with the substitution rules, Carson Beatty is still standing there at the midline waiting to come into this game. So a bit of a break for Catholic, although it's still very hard to defend these corners, as one of the Titans' biggest weapons is stuck waiting.
Yeah, so you can't sub in, I guess, clearly on a corner, or she would have. Logan crosses it in. That's a goal. Elena Cathedral redirects. Another assist for Lila Grace Logan. And getting that second goal before halftime, I think, is big for the Titans. Now LG is going to get a quick break after her, like I said, second assist of the game.
Yeah, the goalie, Large, there got a big piece of it, and you could kind of see after it went in, she was a little bit frustrated, thinking that she had done enough, kind of jumping up and down.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, so Carter Tyree is a soccer goalkeeper himself, so knows the pain of seeing that ball go by him, but Large has largely kept Catholic in this game, so she can't feel but so much guilt, but body language tells us she maybe wishes she'd done a little bit better on that one.
And off those deflections, there's only so much you can do. You can't anticipate exactly where it'll go.
Come on, girls. Come on, bro. Good. I do not say that.
Turnover there as Titans look to switch it out to the right. Feel like that right side, that far side from us near the parking lot has not seen too much action.
No, we talked about it at the quarter break. They switched Elena off that side and put Carson out there, but Carson kind of does her own thing. She'll drift into the middle when she's out on that side. We saw her top middle, as there's a really nice pass there.
Oh, great save by Large, and yeah, I think Carson kind of does her own thing. The thing she just did was pretty sweet, which was dribble past two defenders and then play a beautiful reverse ball to hit, I believe it was Ainsley Jones in stride, and create a great scoring opportunity. But again, Jaden Large came up big to this deficit just to Air Grace Boykin retain possession. Just about half a minute to go to halftime. Perhaps one last chance for the Titans to score before the half, but that one sails across the end line, and that should just about do it for the first half.
Yeah, Catholic in no rush to get this ball back in, and I think as we go into the half, 2-0. Obviously, you're not happy with it as Catholic, but I don't think you're defeated. You know, I don't think you're going in there saying, well, it's over.
No, for sure. And again, you know, Catholic's played 21 games on the season and been close. I mean, well, they've won 12, but even the 7 losses have mostly been close. I mean, a couple pretty decisive losses to a very good Norfolk Academy team, but other than that, they've had a couple 1-goal losses, 2-goal losses. So this is a team that's been competitive throughout the year, and really, to me, like a pretty strong 8 seed. A lot of times in these 1 versus 8 matchups, you feel like it's over really quickly, but Catholic's hanging around, playing tough, created a couple opportunities themselves. I think Coach Sneed and the Titans will definitely feel more comfortable if they could get an early goal in the second half, and we will find out in just about 4 minutes if that's going to happen. So we'll take about a 3-minute break right here, catch our breaths, and please do stick around for second half action. Halftime score, Trinity Episcopal 2, Catholic High School 0. We'll be right back. we're about to get this second half underway. Titans with a 2-0 lead. If you just joined us, the goals were scored by Carson Beatty and Elena Cathedral, and both goals assisted by Lila Grace Logan. Titans will get us going here. Start the second half. Carson Beatty's dribble past 3 defenders.
What an immediate change for the Crusaders as this shot comes in and
And a
an
goal
immediate goal.
right off the bat.
I was going to say immediate change for the Crusaders. They actually came out and tried to press the Titans off the break, and it didn't work out for them as it opened up a lot more space, and the Titans took advantage immediately.
That, I couldn't tell if that was Elena.
Elena
or,
with the goal.
Okay, I thought. Is that another assist for LG? Happened so fast.
Looks like it may have been Ainsley Jones on the assist. LG with the pass to the assist. Either way, it's a goal for the Titans, 3-0.
Hockey assist.
Yeah, this is hockey.
There's Reese Eckenrode. Couldn't quite connect. Carson Beatty, great effort to keep the ball in play there. For the Crusaders by Anna Kamholtz.
Yeah, the sophomore defender. We've said her name a few times in this game. Doesn't seem to have any fear of these Titans, playing hard. As soon as we say that, she goes blown by, which commentators curse. But
And Ainsley Jones' shot went just a little wide there. Some good stick skills shown by Elena Cathedral leading up to that. So I think we talked about this off camera before the game, and you somewhat referenced it at the end of the first quarter. But the winner of this game, recently looking like it's going to be Trinity, will play the winner of Hall VI versus Bishop O'Connell in the semifinals on Thursday. And Elena Cathedral couldn't quite
controlled it with her foot a little bit.
if the Titans do hang on and get this win, then that game on Thursday would be right back here at Aycock Stadium at 3 o'clock.
Most likely 3 o'clock. Of course, always depends on the travel time. Both of those teams going to have to come all the way down 95. So you maybe 3:15. It looks like on the other side of the bracket, Cougars cruising, Norfolk Academy Bulldogs cruising. So that will be yet another matchup of those two teams.
Yeah, rematch of last year's state championship game.
The last 2-year state championship games, I believe.
Yeah. Ball came off a Crusader foot, and Titans get it back into the attack. Carson Beatty, nice layoff out to Elena Cathedral. Crossed in, what a save.
Oh my goodness.
Reese Eckenrode did well to direct that shot on cage, and another nice save by Large, Jaden Large.
Check on LG before the corner shots there, it looks like, as the ball came back out.
Reeser out to Carson Beatty, and she just skips past 2 defenders. Great ball out to Atlanta Cathedral. She herself goes past the defender. Ball's waiting, and great job by the Crusaders to somehow keep that out. Thought Ainsley Jones was going to open her account today.
Yeah, that's probably the second time she's thought that in the last minute and a half. 2 great chances and a great stop by the goalie, and then a combined effort on that one. Goalies and defenders clearing it off the line.
Pass, Reeser. Yes. That was Cathedral again. Sorry, that will earn another corner for the Titans. That's the first corner of the second half.
About 6 minutes in.
Yeah. Logan.
Looking for Beatty there.
Yeah, good adjustment and well defended again by Cam Holes. Couldn't quite control that one as it goes out of play. Curious to keep an eye on at what point maybe the Titans start to starters a little bit of a break, with the idea that probably the first of 3 games this week, ideally. So Sarah Grace Boykin, who's in now, Holly Creighton, who's come back in, but otherwise it's been the same group that's played the whole game so far.
Yeah, a little bit of rotation in the front with Jones, Cathedral, and Eckenroe.
Other corner. And of course they have the rotation in cage where Murphy plays first and third, and Avery Johnson typically plays second and fourth quarters. It's about the midway point of the third quarter, and Reese Eckenroad will take a corner. And Beatty lays it off for Logan. First shot. Job defending that one by Lauren Gallagher.
Yeah.
All TCIS midfielder for Crusaders.
A little between the legs pass there from Beatty.
Yeah, she is in her bag today. She's so confident and comfortable out there.
It does feel like that third goal kind of has lowered the energy from these Crusaders a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I would agree with that. They fought very hard, and they've really barely crossed midfield here in the third period. Got it up there now. Good moves there. And they'll retain possession. Fallon Cravens, well, there to bring it forward. And they're going to earn a corner. First of the day for Catholic, and that got their bench excited.
Yeah, Gallagher doing a really nice job picking that ball up and just driving at the Titans, being aggressive. And I think I'm not a field hockey expert by any means, but I think that's what they should have been doing most of this game. I think they've been a little too conservative when they've gotten the ball and kind of allowed the Titans to dictate, especially defensively, just kind of being able to take the ball back. I think 3-0 might be too big, but if they needed it to come back into this game, they needed more aggression.
Yeah. Well, here's one of the best chances of the game for Catholic, and they score.
Yeah, it's Zaleski again.
Titans. Anna Reeser tried to save it off the line, but it crossed the goal line, and Catholic is onto the scoreboard. I apologize, I couldn't quite tell who put it in.
It was Zaleski, and she kind of just did it herself. She took it from outside of the crease, kind of slalom through a couple defenders, and maybe that shot, maybe the Titans were expecting a pass because no real reaction to the shot. And Anna, like you said, really nice job getting back and trying to bring it off the line, but just crossed over, and they're on the board.
Second road is fast, but not fast enough to catch up to that pass. And as much as it's felt like the Titans have dominated this third quarter, it's a 2-goal margin right where it was when the quarter began.
Yeah, and as we've said the whole time, Catholic deserves to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they believe that. I'm sure their coaching staff believes that. So maybe as I felt like they were trying to kind of letting off the gas, maybe the Titans started to feel that and let off the gas themselves. And now we're back in it.
Yeah, Carson Beatty is relentless today. Continues to drive at the Crusaders defense from all sorts of different angles, and her positioning's been moved around. And that foray forward earns another corner. Festige, Carson Beatty back to Festige across the front. Shot is in. Elena Cathedral, her third goal of the game. Assist to her classmate, Liv Festige.
Yeah, really nicely drawn up play there from the Titans. Coming back to the taker.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like an extra pass from what they've typically done, and it worked out really well. And Elena was locked in and alert to the situation, and that restores the 3-goal lead for the Titans. McNear sprints forward and snuffs out the danger. Terry, we talked a little bit on the broadcast Thursday at the LIS Championship game about how Elena Cathedral had a really disappointing end to her sophomore year with injury that kept her out in the latter part of the season. But it's got to feel good for her to have scored in the LIS Championship game, and now 3 goals in this quarterfinal of the state tournament.
Yeah, very nearly 4 right there. And yeah, I mean, you know the amount of work she's put in, along with the rest of these girls. They've been up here since June pretty much. A team with a fair number of girls that play multiple sports. You know, a bunch, running track, softball, girls lacrosse in the spring. But as soon as those spring sports ended, you saw the field hockey team back on this field putting in the work. And
Soccer, well.
Soccer as well, yes. We have LG and hopefully some of the underclassmen coming out. But
Pass from LG out to Elena Cathedral, who just uses her speed. She is so fast and gets around a strong cross in, but will go out of play.
Yeah, and she's so fast and in control, which I think is a big part of what makes her so effective. You see a lot of players that kind of knock the ball ahead and chase after it and just kind of want to win that 50-50 ball. She's able to just keep it on the stick and still blow past people.
Oh, you see it again right there. Cross to the back stick, and it rolls on through. He's been in this booth before. All right, we're down last 15 seconds or so. Getting some chatter from football guys that are down here supporting field hockey. Of course, football has a huge semifinal state game on Saturday at Benedictine. And that's the end of the third quarter. So after 3, your score, Trinity Episcopal 4, Catholic High School 1. Got one more quarter to go as the Titans look to get back to the state Final Four for like trying to even take a guess how many consecutive years. I should have looked it up, but I think since at least 2012 or 2013, I think Trinity's been in the Final Four every single year.
Yeah, I mean, what Coach Sneed does, and we all know it, and pretty much everyone in the field hockey community knows it, what she does has been so impressive that sometimes we kind of overlook it. Year after year, being able to build these teams and get these girls into a position where they're competitive and they can hang with anybody at any given day.
Yeah, and this year, the chemistry of this group has really stood out. You talk to these girls at school, and you see it on the field as well. You see it even the way they walk out to practice together. They really just seem to have a love for one another. Nobody cares who gets the accolades. And they're playing that name on the front of the jersey. They are where they deserve to be right now, with top seed in the state tournament and no losses on the season. And a chance again, 15 minutes away from what would be something like a 12th or 13th consecutive state Final Four appearance, and of course about 7 state championship game appearances in that time, and state championships, and probably would have been 4 in 2020, because that was one of the most talented rosters in program history, but unfortunately didn't get to compete 2020 as the world was not doing things like playing high school sports too much at that point.
Yeah, and what's really impressed me with this year's team is it hasn't been we have this giant senior class that's carrying the team. You have a lot of underclassmen on the team that, you know, we talked with Carson on the podcast, and Carson and Alexa Murphy talked about what it's like to kind of have these girls looking up to them, and how they're kind of trying to lead this team as the seniors, and you can see it. You can see there's a total collective buy-in, which is a phrase we love to say in sports, but you very rarely actually see total 100%, and I think that's what this field hockey team brings.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And if you found this broadcast, you've obviously found how you can access ESPN. And while you're here, yeah, let me put in another plug for the interview that we did last week with senior field hockey players Carson Beatty and Alexa Murphy. When the game's over, check that out if you haven't already. They're really entertaining and thoughtful and mature young women who've had great careers here and really fun to get their insights on the eve of this state tournament when we interviewed them last week on Friday. And now this state tournament is here. It's begun, and 3/4 and 1 minute into it, with the Titans taking their, I believe, 11th or 12th corner of the game.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go short to Beatty. Instead, they skip her. Ends up back with her, though. Cathedral, the deflection, it almost sneaks its way
Almost
in.
snuck in again, yeah.
Yeah, and to the point that this is a young team. Carson currently the only senior on the team, so 10 of these 11 players will hopefully be back on the field this time next year. That's got to be really exciting for this coaching staff and Titan field hockey.
Lila Grace Logan scores!
And it looks like it hit the elbow of Anya Lundquist on its way into the goal to add a little insult to injury.
Yeah, but that hurt. But a great finish on the reverse shot by Lila Grace Logan, her first goal of the game. She has a couple assists and official timeout.
Yeah, to check on Lundquist.
That was probably pretty painful. I believe they've wiped the goal off the board, actually.
Yeah, they said too high.
So is that, I think that Lundquist was able to show, look, it hit me, and it made a mark, and that was proof enough?
I guess. It's not often you see a ref change a call that late, especially without help from
VAR.
or the other refs coming in and saying, hey, we saw it differently.
It looked like Anna Lundquist went over to the official, showed her the bruise on her elbow, and that was enough evidence to wipe off the goal. So
Sure.
unfortunate for Lila Grace Logan, who I know would love to add to her scoring tally, but another good save by Jaden Large, and another corner for the Titans. That one popped up and hit Izzy around the midsection. That'll give Trinity yet another chance from the corner. And Edie, low shot, back to Elena Cathedral, another corner.
Yeah, they ran the exact same play as that previous corner. Logan to Beatty, looking for the Cathedral deflection. And nearly rolled in that time, and then saved nicely this time. But some stick checking, giving the Titans another corner. You switch sides on this one.
And what a shot, what a save, still alive. Pressure there, provided by Olivia Francis, 9th grader, who has recently come in for the first time today. But Catholic, again, able to evade danger and keep the Titans from scoring that 5th goal.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bias towards goalkeepers, but Large has been fantastic today.
Yeah.
This pass goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Reeser and Crichton were on a little bit different page there, and Reeser was trying to lead Polly Crichton, and Polly was sort of backpedaling, wanted to receive it. So, for the first time in a while, Catholic chance to progress the ball into their offensive zone, but unfortunately for Crusaders, that one out of play, and Titans will take back over.
Yeah. Going back to the errant pass, we always in soccer tell our girls to talk more and try to communicate. I wonder if it's a little harder as everyone out here wearing a mouth guard.
Yeah. Talking with a mouth guard, not easy. What a move there by Izzy.
It's off the foot of
Catholic.
Reeser.
Yeah. Avery Johnson has to make a save, and it will be is that a penalty stroke?
They're going to call it a penalty stroke. I believe it was something Johnson did, but unsure of what. It looked like a clean save to me. But this is a moot point now as Zazweski steps up to the spot. Save!
Avery Johnson, big save there to keep this lead at 3. Ainsley McNear runs out and gives her a hug there.
Yeah, we tried to do this research on a previous broadcast. Couldn't find it, but we believe field hockey corners slightly more, or field hockey penalties slightly more successful than soccer penalties. I believe it's in the 80s.
Wow.
Soccer penalties, 79% goal. Field hockey, from what we've seen, was in the 80s.
Run the clock here. Clock!
There we go.
Yeah, that's a surprising statistic to me. Just, I don't know, I guess the only reason I say that is in the Olympics I watched a field hockey penalty shootout, and like the keepers made lots of saves. But that's, I'll be honest, that's the only one I've ever seen. I think it was Netherlands.
Those two field hockey powerhouses.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we couldn't find an exact
Hold on.
easy number.
That's slightly Grace Logan down.
Yeah.
Team gathering near midfield. By the grace, all league, probably all state player for the Titans is being attended to by the trainer as well as Coach Snead.
It looks like she's able to bend that knee, which is a pretty good sign.
Up. So it's been overall great game so far for the Titans. The last thing you would see an injury to anyone, but one of the star players, Lila Grace Logan. Play will restart with just over 8.5 minutes to go. Catholic still pushing to try and score here, but the end of their good season, barring a miracle here in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, and that breakout pass out of bounds, and it's been a little bit too often of an occurrence for the Crusaders, who, like we were saying early on, when you're trying to pull off the upset, you need a couple breaks, you need play almost a perfect game, and those little mistakes, especially now down 3 goals, just can't happen if you wanted to pull off the win. They've brought the effort, they've shown some skill, but Titans are the better team. Yeah. I was going to say Titans have been the better team, but Titans are the better team.
Well, the injury to the Grace, I feel like it's definitely changed the vibe here at Aycock Stadium. I certainly hope that she's okay. Position standpoint, moved a few folks around. 8th grader Olivia Francis there in the middle, along with Reese Second Road, and the ball now. Nice combination passing by the Titans.
Ooh.
Carson Beatty with high stick there.
Yeah, and it's Lundqvist again taking the ball off the stomach.
Yeah, it's been a lot of bumps and bruises for Anya Lundqvist today. Right back in the action again. Good shot, good save. Jones gets it over to Elena Cathedral. And for the 4th time today, the one they call AC, Elena Cathedral scores yet again. Nice pass there on the assist by Ainsley Jones. I believe that's her 2nd assist of the game.
Yeah, nice job by Cathedral there. Just keep her poise as the goalkeeper Large came out at her and just kind of go around her. A couple times we've seen the Titans just try to shoot it through the goalie and allow Large to make those saves. Nice stick handling there by Zazoweski.
Ainsley McNear has been really solid defensively for Trinity.
Yeah, this whole season, and defense not a position that gets a lot of plaudits, especially with this high-scoring Titans team, but Ainsley stepped into this role from a couple years ago where I believe 2 years ago was 3 defenders that, It's a handball. First I've seen as the team from 2 years ago. I believe it was 3 defenders that are no longer on the team. A couple of seniors and one who transferred out. So Ainsley McNair has popped up. Played fantastic this entire season alongside Cabell Berkeyheiser, a new player, and then SG and Polly Crichton rotating on that right side.
Reeser, Carson Beatty. Job by Olivia Francis. Carry it forward.
And it'll end up being a check on her, but she's been a nice surprise this season for the Titans, the freshman. Getting a fair amount of playing time, more than probably she thought and more than some of the coaches thought initially this season, but she's been showing out and earning it more and more. And now LIS championship, we saw her as this pass is turned over right in front of goal for Eckenrode, and she'll get a corner. But yeah, more than Olivia was expected to be used, these coaches say, and now she's become an important piece off the bench.
And her is on the coaching staff as well. And Olivia's, one of the many Titans that plays outside of school and plays pretty much year round. Carson shot will go out, and it'll be Catholic ball. Olivia originally from North London.
Nice. Well, that makes 2 British Isles players on this team then, at least.
Yeah. Murphy.
Lexa Murphy, Olivia Francis.
Carson just wide. Mackie check in another 9th grader.
Yeah, about 90 seconds left. Mackie Logan, one of the two-way players for these Titans. Spent most of her time on JV this season. Had herself a really nice season. Never mind.
Yeah, I thought maybe Reese Eckenrode may have gotten away with a bit of a trip there. Head into the last minute of play. Titans just a minute away from a return trip to the Final Four. And for many years, the Final Four was all at one location, but starting 3 or 4 years ago, they changed it. So the higher seed gets to host the semifinal game. So we will be back here on Thursday as the Titans will host either Paul VI or Bishop O'Connell. And we'll have that broadcast as well as the Titans bring it forward one final time. Good skill from Mackie Logan, and looking for Ella Holloway.
Another save by Large. And
yeah, Jaden Large playing hard till the end.
There it is.
And final horn goes, and final score, Trinity Episcopal 5, Catholic High School 1. Titans advance to the Final Four. Seniors will have a chance to now be 2 games from a state championship. And for the seniors, for Catholic, great season. and at their roster, not a whole lot of seniors on the team, just Lauren Gallagher and the injured Hannah Kirby. So I would expect to see the Crusaders back in the state playoffs next year and building on this successful season. In the meantime, the Titans will turn their thoughts towards hoping that Lila Grace Logan's injury is not serious, and that one thing that's marred. Otherwise, great performance by Trinity. Final thoughts, maybe player of the game.
I'll leave you what's probably the obvious one. I'll go with my player of the game. Carson Beatty controlling the game in the midfield, basically not allowing anybody to advance past the 50-yard line, playing more of a defensive role, and then coming up for those corners. I believe had 2 assists.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to go Atlanta Cathedral, 4 goals in a game that you win by 4 goals. She was a stat sheet stuffer today, and congratulations to this Titan team. And please join us on Thursday for that semifinal action. Until next time, thanks for watching. See you soon.